Hey, I'm Calypsee and I play games. Today I'm playing Monster Loves You, and I'm a bad monster. Check it out. Let's do the sword. You find a red hood and a basket in the middle of the forest path. A human house is nearby. Funny, you never noticed it before. There's a white picket fence out front, 'cause I know what that is, even though I'm a monster. Let's take the hood and basket home. They're too damaged to be considered artifacts, but they're interesting. Nash Nash will probably eat them next time she comes over. This guy. You come upon a scene of hundreds of frogs all gathered on a stream bank. They're ribbiting back and forth as what clearly a debate, watched by a stork. Eat the stork! Ignoring the amphibian debate, you seize the stork and bite into its feathery body. By the time you've left, all the frogs have settled around the log. Mention this strange event back in town. One of the elder monsters nods sagely. You just selected their new king for them. Nicely done. This one. You spy a wolf pacing outside a small wooden cabin. From within the building, you hear the bleating of goat kids. Attack the wolf while its back is turned. He hears you and bolts. Chase him down. You give a good chase, but only manage to snag his tail away before you run out of steam. Oh, rats. A bit grisly, but still not a bad meal. Let's do this one. Wild chickens are back in season. As delicious as they are mean, they're loose within the whale mist, and the monsters are all hunting them down. Let's get out there and hunt them chickens. Deep in the woods, you're looking for chicken scratch when you literally stumble over a hen guarding a cluster of chicks. The hen clucks and caws at you. Fight the hen. Though the clucking makes your blood turn cold, you seize the great hen and fight until you're both a mess of feathers and blood, but victory is savory. Nash Nash cheers so hard that 2 chickens she hasn't killed yet escape her grasp. What a silly monster. Gotta focus. You and Nash Nash encounter the Proud Bear. This is an honor and a problem. The Proud Bear has killed monsters, something rare in the animal kingdom. He stares at you. Let's formulate a plan of attack. The bear seems to read your smallest motion as though you've shouted your intentions. He stands on his hind legs and gives you a little bow. Let's bow back to him. The bear nods. Nash Nash squeals with delight at this exchange of honor. She says, "This is gonna be good." The bear seems to... Oh. Okay, back to here. We kind of leaped back around. Alright, let's attack. The bear fights efficiently and is almost a match for you and Nash Nash's frantic claw swipes. You slam in and pounce. You leap, making every blow the best you've ever thrown. The proud bear counters them all, genuinely trying to end you, until he stops. Suddenly he's lying there before you, helpless. I'm a bad monster this round, sorry. You burrow halfway into the bear's great chest cavity, then burst forth like an alien, leaving nothing but limbs, ribs, and the head. Nash Nash jumps up and down, punching the air and laughing. You know what? A better monster would have just let him go, and probably been more respected for it. But I'm a bad monster. You and Gobclaws come across an ant and a grasshopper, both locked in mortal combat. Each is biting the other's back legs. Let's get involved. As you reach for the bugs, Gobclaw holds you back. Isn't there a legend about bugs and wheat? Maybe we should be careful. Monsters do not fear such things. Let's eat them. Not much meat, you mutter, and use the wheat stalk to scratch an itch. Gobclaw sighs, agrees, and you both move on. A pack of monsters sets out to capture the honeyed bees, a special swarm that carries its hive along with it in small pieces. The sweet odor of rich honey is everywhere along the forest trail. I like food. Blistry says, me first. I'm not sharing either. It's every monster for herself today. Nash Nash nods and flexes her claws as everyone splits up. Oh, right in the middle. You brush aside the swarm and return home with delicious honeycomb. Even better, it's studded with crunchy bees. A few hundred stings are a small price to pay for this sweetness. Oh, I did all the ones in here. Let's go politic. Let's pick up a heavy rock. All of Omen is abuzz. Elders glare angrily at everyone and look back at the broken sign. You look down at the little piece of the sign you're holding and blush. Yes? Blistry spots the bit of sign that you're holding. Don't tell anyone you broke it. It'll get fixed. This will all blow over. It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good. Bygones will be bygones. Blistry is often accused of thinking she knows everything. This includes human cliches, all of them. I take care of this. Look, I took a bit of sign too. I can slip something into Virok's hair when he's not looking. Nobody ever believes him since he's always lying and stealing things. Let's stay silent. Honesty zeroed. Nobody has any reason to blame you, so they don't. Well, that was easy. You and Blistry go to your hovel for tea as someone shouts, "Look what Virok has! Part of the sign!" Not my problem. As you sip your tea, you hear Virok protest. He stops and starts to cry as other monsters begin to howl. Sounds like he's in a lot of pain. You close the window, blotting out Virok's screams. That was terrible. I'm such a bad monster. Oh well. Let's pick up this rock. You sit with Nash and Gobclaws on a tattered red blanket, eating cookies and talking about artifacts. Gobclaw sighs. I really like artifacts. I want a nice big collection, but it seems like I can never find any good one. Nash runs a claw along the handlebars of her little scooter. You both know some good spots. Gobclaw mopes around for a while, and later, you and Nash walk into Omen with a few new trinkets. Oops. You overhear other monsters denigrating her for her lack of success. Ooh, sorry. Not sorry. Spider. Today's the day of the Spinner 500, the big spider race. Winners are highly regarded by all around town. Let's do it. Your spider hurt her leg this morning. What should you do? Cheat. You feed your fighter a fly-smoked and horribly strong coffee. If they knew, the judges would make a rule against it, but who's telling them? She darts ahead of all the other racers, wins easily, and drops dead at the finish line. Oops. Your spider is dead, but you earn the prize, a big bag of candy, and kudos all around. Thanks, peeps. So long, and thanks for all the candy. I mean, my spider had a broken leg. It was gonna die anyway. Let's look at this puddle. Your neighbor, the elder monster, Elalia, we'll go with that, Elalia, walks slowly in the direction of the brood cave. Let's watch her. As she passes down the road, some of the elders nod to her. They go to her hovel and start smashing things. Let's see what's happening. Greedblit stops tearing apart Elalia's dining room table and says she feels herself beginning to dissolve. She's gonna go release herself and become one with the slime in the spawning vat. Let's go clear out her hovel. They gut it down to the bare walls in readiness for the next monsterling who matures into an adolescent. Soon nothing will remain of Elalia but memories. Let's try to grab something nice, because she doesn't need it anymore. Oops. You find a few dead sweet beetles under the couch just before Hemrag eats the couch. Taking them away for later, you suspect that some of the other monsters saw you take them and they do not approve. My bad. You're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Let's stay inside and think about this. It's your time and you know it. Unless you've lived well, your body will return to the slime from which it came, but if you've done well... What is that noise outside? A group of elder is waiting at the door of your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Alright, well, let's go with them. The elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They've built a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. Let's go for it. A masked elder comes forward. She says it's time to decide. All the elders growl and snarl. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid spatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapor rises into the air. The masked elder asks who has already decided the fate of this monster. A few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. The liquid begins to bubble. The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says, "Choose one. Chance will guide your claws." The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster facing down a human. The masked elder says, "We will test your bravery." Alright. Elders add sticks and dry leaves to the fire until it grows huge and hot. They remove the cauldron and retreat before the roaring flames, one by one, until only you remain. Let's stay near the fire. It's hot, very hot, and your body begins to pull away on its own. You gather your will and remain in place. Your excess slab begins to dry out and crack, but as the fire dies down, you're still here. Ooh. Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluids to the iron cauldron. Choose the next stone. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows one monster kneeling beside another, injured monster. The masked elder says, "We will test your kindness." Oh dear. A huge elder carries another monster close to the cauldron. The other monster is half melted and hard to recognize. It's Nash Nash, or what's left with her. She's begun to dissolve, like you, and her condition is far advanced. Oh no, my friend. Nash Nash is too violent. There is a place for pure ferocity in our world, but it must be tempered with other qualities. Oops, don't tell them about me. See her eyes, she still sees with pure rage. Perhaps you can calm her before the end. I think I have 0 kindness, so we're just gonna risk my life. You look at Nash Nash and realize you might be able to tear your own heart and use it to restore life to her body. It's insane, but it might work. Or you might die. You estimate that your melting body is just resilient enough to survive if the stuff in your cauldron is good enough. Alright, 50%. You tear out your own heart and you step closer to Nash Nash, but it's too far. You die. You gain a lot of respect. The others watch in amazement as you collapse on top of Nash Nash. Both of your bodies disintegrate into a single puddle of green slime. And it was worth trying. So there. Look at how fierce I am. Future generations will remember your sacrifice. Very noble, if entirely unexpected. So, I tried to be a bad monster, and I guess I sort of redeemed myself at the end, because I got the achievement for dissolving into bravery. Your courage and determination propagated to future generations of monsters when you dissolved in the spawning vat. Your descendants will be brave. So much for being a bad monster. Oh well. That is my bad monster playthrough of Monster Loves You.